Hello and welcome back to all our live viewers. We are back with the second match of the day. It's the One Champion Plate Season 30 for 31. Sun Devil, Sun Devils 2.0 taking on Phantom Troops. Coin toss fell in favor of Sun Devils and they have opted to bat first. Kittu and Kritin are the two openers out in the center for Sun Devils, whereas Viraj, the speedster for Phantom Troops, opened the bowling. Kituna on strike. 26 matches for him, 6 12 runs, averaging 26. Strike rate 134.21 for Kitu. Hits it straight on the side screen, right over the head of the fast bowler. What a shot that was! That was full in the arc for Kitu and hits it straight back over the head of the bowler. First boundary for Kitu. He moves to 5. Score moves to 10. Coming back to Anurag. 196 matches for him. 122 wickets for Anurag. Economy 7.65. Best figures of 6 for 15. Well, there's an appeal. That was a hard length delivery. Hit high on the bat of Kitu. Anurag in his follow through throws the ball at the batter. That's the aggression that will keep the fast bowler going. That is what you expect from a genuine quick bowler. Kirtin, the other opener, left hand bat. 254 matches for Kirtin. What a shot that was! It's in the air. Protection there behind. Very good looking shot, but only for a single. Coming back to Kirtin's career, 254 matches for Kirtin, 6,856 runs for him at the average of 38.52. Strike rate 104.93 for Kirtin. Is a very good batter right at the top for Sun Devils 2.0. Right hand, left hand combination for Sun Devils. Anurag now coming around the wicket for the lefty. Kirtan 5 of 2 so far for him. That was outside of stump, way outside of stump. In fact, white ball signal by the match official. Score moves to 12. 12 for none. Punched off the back foot. Protection there in the sweeper cover region, so it will only be a single. 13 for none. Sun Devils 2.0 in 1.4. Anurag going for 7 in the first 4 balls of his over so far. Long on and sweeper cover are the two fielders outside the circle for the right hander Kitu. Anurag goes full right into the block hole. It's a Yorker, beautifully executed. Kitu keeps it out. That was a good ball from Anurag, targeting the stumps. That was shaping in and was right in the block hole. Nothing much the batter could have done. It's a dot ball. Last ball of the second over coming up. That was a length delivery. Kitu once again looking to go over extra cover. This time gets beaten on the bounce. Extra bounce for Anurag on that occasion beats the batter. 7 runs coming off the second by Anurag. After two, Sendevils 2.0 are 13 for none. Viraj to continue. That's on the length. Kirtan going for the lofted shot. Gets an healthy outside edge. No one there in the slips quadrant. So it's a boundary for Kirtan, but he'll take it. That's tricky, but he'll take it. Early on in his innings. That was a good one from Viraj. Very good length. Kirtan looking to play it on the up. Gets an outside edge. That ball flew past the wicket keeper and third man. Now third man, finer, very close to the wicket keeper. After that, it was full outside off stump. Kirtan trying to go over extra cover. Gets beaten for pace. Viraj is quick through the air. 1.2 overs, 10 for none for Virat so far. He's very quick, likes to hurry the batter. Very gentle run up, generates good rhythm right at the last moment and balls in at good pace. Punched off the back foot in the gap for a boundary. No fielder had to move an inch. What a shot that was from Kirtan. That ball was on the length and Kirtan stood tall on the top of the bounce, punches it off the back foot. That ball traveled very quickly. Placement was ideal on that occasion from Kirtan. Deep fine leg and a steadish deep square leg are the two fielders out in the center, outside the circle for Viraj. It it was an half volley on that occasion, beautifully put away by Kirtan. This time Viraj guilty of bowling it full and he's been penalized by Kirtan. He's a very good top order batter. Kirtan likes to hit it on the front foot. This time he stays on the front foot and lifts the ball beautifully. Couple of bounces and into the fence it goes. This was the third of the over. Viraj proving out to be an expensive resource in the second over. Already concedes 12 in his four. Punched off the back foot towards the right of the long off fielder and it's a boundary. What a shot that was. Length was dragged back, but Kirtin standing tall on the bounce and punching off the back foot. He's a tall batter. Kirtin, it's not easy to bounce him out. Balls at that side of length won't trouble Kirtin. There's no point you're having two fielders, square leg and behind in the fine leg. When you're bowling a length delivery, you need to be short enough. This time, just playing with the very soft hand of the back foot in the cover region for a single. An expensive over from Viraj. 17 coming off it. Sun Devil after 3 are 30 for the loss of not. That's a slow one there from Anurag. Driven on the up by Kirtin. Well fielded there inside the circle. Who has to dive to stop that? But it will still be any single. 20 runs coming off that over after 4. Sun Devils 2.0 are 50 for the loss of not. What a start this has been. Kirtin, in particular, has been excellent. Viraj to continue. 2 overs, 23 for none for him. Phantom Troops opting to continue with pace on. That too with Viraj. There's plenty of assistance for the spinners. We have seen throughout time and time again at one champion cricket ground. Phantom Troops needs to get the spinner on immediately after the power play. That will be the beneficent thing for them to do. Kirtin, 37 of just 14 deliveries, is smacking the ball out of the parks with ease. Slow one, Kirtin waits on beautifully and hits it straight as an arrow on the side screen. One bounce into the fence it goes. That was easy pickings for Kirtan. He's a very quality batter. Reads that one and waits on the ball and then hits it straight as an arrow. It's the safest place to hit. Long on, long off. Both the fielders were inside the circle. Sweeper cover and deep square leg are the two fielders outside the circle for Viraj. It's short and it's been punched off the back foot over the point fielder for a boundary. What a shot that was! That was real quick delivery from Viraj. Extra effort delivery there, but Kirtin was up to the task. Stands tall, cuts it over the point fielder for a boundary. Back to back boundaries to start off the fifth over. He's raced away to 45 of just 16 deliveries. This is some hitting from Kirtan. That's a better length from Viraj. Kirtan respecting him, just defending it off the front foot. Straight to the mid on fielder. It's a dot ball. 58 for none. The first wicket partnership between Kirtan and Kittu. Run a ball 10 for Kittu. Whereas 45 of 17 for Kirtan. This time! Well, what happened there? We have to wait for the umpire signal. That ball went straight to the defense of Kirtan, who was looking to flick. But did it hit the stump behind him? Yes, it did. That's an excellent ball from Viraj. It was full, it was straight, and Kirtan looking to flick it in the onside region and gets beaten. First one down. Kirtan looked fluent for his 45. Now has to walk back. Sun Devils 2.0 lose their first. 58 for 1 after 4.4. New batter in is Rishabh. He's in at number 3 for Sun Devils 2.0. That was full. Viraj going for the Yorker, ends up bowling a low full toss. Rishabh just playing it with the very soft hand in the covers and running through for a single. Straight away gets off the mark. Couple of boundaries to start of the over. Then Viraj gets the big fish. Kirtin. That's a better length from Viraj. Kitu safely negotiates it on the front foot. It's a dot ball, 9 runs and a wicket coming off that Viraj's third and the fifth over of the match. Sun Devils 2.0 after 5 overs are 59 for the loss of 1. Introduction in the bowling attack. Pramod now, right arm medium pacer into the attack, coming over the wicket. Starts off with a full delivery. Hits straight back to the bowler by the batter. It's a dot ball to start off. 177 matches for Pramod. 193 wickets. Economy 6.28. Best figures are 5 for 20. He's a very good bowler, Pramod. Short ball pulled away beautifully by Rishabh. Well in front of square leg. What a shot that was. That was a real stamp of authority there from Rishabh. Is new to the crease, but still hits it the ball long way. That was short and doesn't climb enough, and it was too easy for the batter of caliber of Rishabh, who pulls it well in front of square leg for a massive six. Score moves to 65. There might be a change in tactics. Square leg now has dropped back, and fine leg is now inside the circle. Third man and deep square leg are the two fielders now outside for Pramod. Well, he goes on a length and it's been penalized by the batter Rishabh, who just punches the ball from the front foot itself. Feet moving very nicely for Rishabh. He's looking very confident. That was a good delivery. That was on the length, just outside off. But it's enough for Rishabh to punch it through the cover, who beats the covers and cover point fielder and gets a boundary. Score moves to 69. Rishabh raced away to 11 of just 4 deliveries. This time it's an outside edge. Ball raised away to the third man. It will only be a single. This is better from Pramod. Just short of good length at the 6 meter mark. Gets in outside edge of Rishabh. That was a flying outside edge. Ball raised away to third man. 70 is up for Sun Devils in just 5.4 inside the power play. Excellent over for the batting team. 11 runs coming off the 4 deliveries. Pramod's first over has been taken for 11. This time he goes full. That ball kept low after pitching. Kitu gets low and defends it on the front foot. That was a very rare sight. Ball keeping low from the surface. That will keep the batter thinking. That will create doubts in the batter's mind. That ball keeping low, not bouncing as much as it should have. Nonetheless, that's pulled away right in front and a misfield in the mid-on region. That should have been a dot one. Instead, it goes for four. And an over ends on a high for the batting team. 15 coming off the final over of the power play by Pramod. Sun Devils 2.0 are 74 for the loss of one after 6. Viraj to bowl out. That's driven on the up, away from the extra cover. Work to be done in the long off. He gives it up. It's a boundary. Over starts off with a 4. Excellent shot from Rishabh. He is a sweet timer of the cricket ball. That was full. Looking for the shape away. Viraj balls in the arc for the righty, who drives it on the up. Beats the short cover towards his right and beats long off towards his left and fetches 4. That was a better length from Viraj. He's quick, hurried the batter there. Rishabh looking to pull that one, but a second late on the shot. Hint of extra bounce there for Viraj. That beats Rishabh. Third man and deep square leg. Long on, long off. And sweeper cover. Outside the circle for Viraj. This time Rishabh trying to punch that ball. Gets it right at the toe of the bat. Fielder inside the circle. In covers is right at the edge. So there are singles on offered even inside the circles. So it was easy single in the end. Score moves to 79. 5 runs coming off the first half of the over. This is the final over for Viraj. 3.3 overs, 37 for 1. He's got the big fish. The only man to be dismissed was Kirtan, who departed after scoring 45. Once again, a quick delivery in line of stumps. Kittu happy to defend it off the front foot. Once again, a ball keeps low. Batter not happy with the bounce, not happy with the behavior of the pitch. This is the area where the bowler needs to target. It's keeping low at the 4 to 5 meter mark on the stumps. It's a slow one. Hit away. Fielder there in the deep. Takes it. Kitu waits on the ball and hits it but doesn't get the elevation and holds out in the deep mid wicket. Second one down for Sun Devils 2.0. Sharad the man there in the mid wicket makes no mistake. Second one down for Sun Devils 2.0 in the seventh over. Captain continuing with Viraj gets the reward. This is the fourth over on the trot for Viraj. Viraj once again responding with the wicket. He's got two. First Kirtan, now he's got Viraj first dismissed. Kirtan with a full delivery, then dismissed Kitu with a slow one. This is excellent variation by Viraj. He's mixing it up. New batter in is Samboy in at number 4 for Sun Devils 2.0. He's a right hand batter. 54 matches for Samboy, 1382 runs at the average of 31.41. Strike rate very healthy, 159.40 for Samboy. Last ball of the seventh over. It was full straight, and Samboy happy to defend it. Gets an inside edge on the pads. No harm done. Dot ball to close out the seventh over. A good one for Phantom Troops. After 7, 79 for 2. Sun Devils 2.0. Promote to continue. Rishabh giving the charge. Trying to go downtown, but misses the ball completely. That ball kept low and skidded through. Usually it's a bouncy track here at One Champion. Bowlers are getting bounced, but every now and then ball is keeping low. That will make the batter. Excellent slow one there from Pramod. It's a good sharp throw from Viraj at the point. Wicketkeeper got to the ball but fails to dislodge the bail. Fails to collect the ball. That would have been a mighty close call if keeper would have collected that and taken the bails off cleanly. Excellent work there in the point region. Viraj there. He's a quick fielder. He's got a great throwing arm. Pramod mixing up. Another slow one. It was a floater that was picked and put away in the mid wicket. That was the second one on the trot for Pramod. This time Samboy was up to the task, waited on the ball beautifully and hits him across right in between long on and mid wicket, and he'll collect 4. No better way to get off the mark, says Samboy. 4 of 2 for Sam. Pramod is got third man. Then Gully. Point inside the circle. Sweeper cover outside the circle. This time he goes short in the surface. Beautifully clipped away. Onkar there in the square leg region. There should have been a better effort there by Onkar, who takes too long to field and gets the ball back to the wicket keeper. It was easy too for the batters who jogged through for the second one after that misfield. Coming back to the field, extra cover right at the edge of the circle, whereas long off, long on, and mid wicket on the onside and square leg, and they have fine leg now. Pramod goes full, and it was pace on delivery, ended up as a low full toss, which is driven on the up for a single. Last ball of the over. It's a slow one. Beautifully lifted, but fielder coming underneath, juggles and puts it down. Well. Rishabh gets a lifeline. That was a slow one, and that went a miles up in the sky. It looked as if it carry all the way for the six, but it was going one way straight to the fielder in the deep, who juggles at the first, then in the second attempt, and in the end puts it down. Rishabh is not the batter that you would love to give a lifeline to. Single coming off that. 9 runs of the over by Pramod. 8 done. Sun Devils 88 for 2. Change in the bowling attack. First signs of spin. Onkar now into the attack. Slow left arm orthodox bowler Onkar. 233 matches for Onkar. 238 wickets. Economy 7.52. Best figures of 6 for 13. Will be coming around the wicket for the righty. Starts off with a good ball. It's a dot one. What a costly drop that will be for Phantom Troops. This time cut away. Will that be stopped by the sweeper cover? No, it isn't. What a shot that was from Rishabh. Just rocking on the back foot and cutting that ball towards the right of point. No chance for the sweeper cover to cut it off. It's a boundary. Score moves to 92. Rishabh now raised away to 23 of just 13. It's a reverse sweep. Sweeps well in front of sweeper cover. Well, what a shot that was from Sam Boy. He switched early. Onkar follows him. Balls at his pads. And he reverse sweeps well in front of sweeper cover and beats Extra cover towards his left. What a shot that was. Timed to perfection by Samboy. 100 is up for Sun Devils 2.0 in just 8.5. 103 for 2. That's a good comeback by Onkar. Slow through the air. Deceives the batter. 15 coming off that ninth over by Onkar. Sun Devils 2.0 are 105 for the loss of 2. In fact, 102, 103 for the loss of 2 after 9. Introduction in the bowling attack. Hariharan now introduced. Drifts one on the pads. That's been flicked away beautifully over fine leg for a six. Sam Boy moving towards off stump, getting inside the line of the ball and lifting it beautifully for a massive six. He moves to 17 of just 7 balls. This was poor from Hariharan, drifting down, and those were easy pickings for the batter. 66 matches for Hariharan, 45 wickets, economy 7.82, best figures of 3 for 21 for Hariharan. That's a slow one. Sam Boy just defending it off the back foot. It's a dot ball, straight back to the bowler. 110 for 2 in just 9.3. This is batting exhibition on display. From this time, he gets a toe end of the bat. Still ball races away in the fine leg. Fortune favoring the brave, they say. Sam Boy batting brave and getting the reward on that occasion. Coming down the track, advancing, running at the bowler. That ball was thrown wide of him. Still goes with the shot, gets a toe end, and ball races away in the third man region for a boundary. Nothing much the short third could have done, as that went very fine. A good looking shot on the onside, but only for a single. 12 runs coming off the over so far. Last ball yet to be delivered. 115 for 2. Sun Devils 2.0 in 9.5. That was full. Hit straight on the up. No chance for long on and long off fielder to cut that off. An over ends on a high for the batting team. 16 coming off the 10th over by Hariharan. 119 for the loss of 2. Sun Devils 2.0 after winning the toss, opting to bat first. We are halfway through the first inning. Players will have drinks. We'll be right back after a very short break. Batter advancing on that occasion, getting to the pitch of the ball and driving it on the up towards the left of cover fielder. That's a boundary. Runs flowing for the batting team very quickly. Both the batters now in complete command. 149 for 2 in just 12.4 overs. This is the exhibition of batting class by both the batters, Samboy and Rishabh. Another flighted delivery. Samboy gets to the pitch and hits it straight over the head of bowler and over the side screen for a six. That's a flat but a monstrous hit from Samboy. He moves into 40s now. 41 of just 20 deliveries. Strike rate in excess of 200 for Samboy. Last ball of the over. This is been a reverse sweep from Samboy and another shot out of the book for Samboy. Completely turns before the ball has been delivered. It was again a full on the pads and he reverse sweeps over the back foot gully and point fielder. No chance for any fielder. No one moved an inch. It's a boundary. An expensive one from Chetan. 13 run, 22 coming off 13th over by Chetan. Sun Devils 2.0, 159 for 2 after 13. Sanket to continue. 1 over 8 for none for Sanket. That's a better land there from Sanket. Slow through the air. Ball turning a bit after pitching. Rishabh just knocking the ball down the ground off the back foot and hands over the strike to Samboy, who's raised away to 45 of just 21 deliveries. And the flighted delivery on the pads. Huge appeal there. But that ball was always sliding down the leg. Samboy on the sweep gets beaten. They might have been an inside edge. Anyways, it was going down the leg. It's a not out. And runs given. This time on the back foot, punched away. Just over the head of extra cover fielder. Well, that was very close. Very, very close. Fielder back paddling almost gets to the ball, but it's just over his head for a boundary. 56 of just 26 deliveries for Rishabh. Rishabh might have had his heart in his mouth for a second. That was aerial. Rishabh gets a reverse sweep and gets it over the gully fielder for a boundary. Well, Rishabh now with the reverse sweep. Both the batters playing reverse sweeps to good effects. They are nailing reverse sweeps. You cannot place a fielder behind for this kind of shots. They are playing well in front of the wicket at the same time. They are playing it. Saket goes slower through the air, gives a lot of flight. Rishabh going for the big shot, gets an inside edge, ball runs in the square leg region all along the carpet for a one. 170 is up for Sun Devils in 13.5. 11 runs off the over. Last ball coming up. There was shot on the pad, swept away. Good work there by the fine square leg fielder inside the circle. Definitely saves 3 runs for his team. That ball was traveling. Might have been 4, but he keeps it to 1. After 14, Sun Devils 2.0. 171 for 2. Onkar now back into the attack. He's coming over the wicket for the righty now. Balls one full on the stumps. Met with the full face of the bat. All along the carpet for a single. Gully, point, and cover are the 3 fielders inside the circle. On the offside, that's a short ball, and that's straight to the fielder inside the circle in the square leg position. That was shot on the pads. That was there to be hit away, but Rishabh picks out the fielder to perfection. Third one goes down for the batting team. Onkar strikes. Rishabh the man that was dismissed. New batter in is Arnav. 89 matches for Arnav. In fact, new batter in is Abu Bakar. Is in at number 5 for Sun Devils 2.0. 127 matches for Abu Bakar. 3041 runs. That's a leading edge. Doesn't carry to the short cover fielder. Closing the face of the bat too early. Abu Bakar. Sayyid Abu Bakar Siddiqui on that occasion. Fortunate for him that doesn't carry all the way to the deep fielder. Sweep shot is in. Protection there behind in the mid wicket region, so it will only be a single. Abu Bakar gets off the mark with that. Coming to the career stats of Abu Bakar, 127 matches for him, 3041 runs, averaging just under 32, strike rate 93.86 for Abu Bakar. Sam Boy now back on strike. He's on the verge of getting to a 50, 48 of 24 deliveries. That was full. Walked away on the leg side. It's a very long boundary, so easy 2 runs for the batting teams. This is good bit of leg work by both the batters. 50 is up for Sam Boy in just 25 deliveries. Strike rate 200 for Sam Boy. 50 of just 25 deliveries. What a knock. Third batsman to get to a 50. Reverse sweep. There's chance of a run out. Throw was not the best. If that throw would have been a better one and close to the stumps. That would have been curtains for Abu Bakr. After 15 overs, Sun Devils 2.0, 176 for 3. That's a big shot coming off the blade of Sam Boy. That was full in the arc. Fielder there in the deep. Viraj looked interested, was interested till the very last moment. In the end, it was always going over his head. It's a six for Sam Boy. He's well known for hitting a big sixes. Another flighted one, looking for the sweep. Does that ball goes on to the stump? Yes, it is. Sam Boy looking for the sweep, gets a glove, and the ball goes on to the timber behind him. Fourth one down for Sun Devils 2.0 in the 16th over. New batter in is Rishi in at number 6 for Sun Devils 2.0. 70 matches for Rishi, 2019 runs at the average of 44.87. Very healthy average for Rishi. Strike rate just under 100. Sanket working the batters beautifully here. Well, that was played fine intentionally by Rishi, just getting down on one knee and helping the ball on its very way. That's been given as runs. 16 overs have been completed. Sun Devils are 188 for the loss of 4. Onkar to bowl out. 3 overs, 29 for 1 for Onkar. Starts off with a flighted delivery. That's a leading edge. Doesn't carry to the bowler. That's an excellent delivery for Onkar. He slowed down the ball. Bowlers bowling slow through the air have been successful on this surface. Once again, a flighted delivery. Abubakar looking for the big shot. Doesn't get to the middle of the bat. Ball goes in the mid wicket region for a single. This is good from Onkar. 3.2 overs, 30 for 1. Another slow one. Rishi now looking for the reverse sweep. Doesn't get bat on ball. It's a dot ball. Length slightly dragged back by Onkar on that occasion, making it difficult for the batter. This time it's short, punched off the back foot. Good throw there by the cover fielder, but both the batters are through for a single. 190 up for Sun Devils in 16.4 overs. Well, Abu Bakr looking for the big shot and Onkar strikes. That ball went straight with the arm. Abu Bakr giving a hawk across the line, pays the penalty, has to walk back. Fifth one goes down for Sun Devils. It is the third wicket in the where in the time period of last 2 overs. This is excellent passage of play for Phantom Troops. Fifth one goes down for Sun Devils 2.0. Half of the team now back in the sheds. Last man to be dismissed was Sayyid Abu Bakr Siddiqui, who was looking to up the ante but has to walk back. New man in is Vikas Rathod. Vikas Rathod in at number 7 for Sun Devils 2.0. 106 matches for him. 1811 runs, averaging 22. Strike rate 91.23 for Vikas Rathod. Will face Onkar. That slow through the air and given by the match official. Vikas Rathod playing down the wrong line and he's been just LBW right in front of the all three stumps by the match official. Back to back wickets to close out the spell for Onkar. Sixth one goes down. Vikas gets in and Vikas has to walk back for a golden duck. Sun Devils 190 for the loss of 7. Hariharan now back into the attack after being expensive in his first over. He's gone for 16 in his first. Now gets a ball in hand. Starts off with a length delivery on the pads. That's been walked away on the leg side. Fielder there inside the circle in the fine leg. So it will be a dot ball. This is good passage of play for Phantom Troops. They've got 3 wickets. In fact, they have got 4 wickets in last 3 overs and hasn't allowed the batters to score. This was full and he was looking for a reverse scoop there. Rishi just gets an inside edge. Ball moves into the fine leg region. Fielder inside the circle does well. Hariharan is not the quickest bowler. It's not the right shot to play. Reverse sweep against Hariharan. Walked away on the fine leg region for a single to get himself off the mark. Ashish is the new batter in at number 8 for Sun Devils 2.0. 13 matches for Ashish, 284 runs, averaging over 31, strike rate 147. Very healthy stats, but it will grow as he play. Good running between the wicket by both the batters. They are back for the second run. 194 for 6 now. Sun Devils 2.0 in 17.4 overs. Rishi looking for the big shot. Ends up getting a single. 195 for 6. Phantom Troops have pulled back things very nicely. They're not allowing the batters to score at the very back end. This was a low full toss, driven with a very straight bat all along the carpet for a single. A good over by Hariharan. 6 coming off the 18th by Hariharan. Sun Devils 2.0, 196 for 6. Sanket to bowl out. 3 overs, 32 for 1 for Sanket. Start off, Starts off with a slow ball. Gives the ball flight. That ball has been punched off the back foot. It's only a single. This is good from Sanket and Phantom Troops. They're not giving the pace to the bowler. Well, Sanket balls a no ball way outside the off stump. In fact, it's outside the pitch limits. This will free things up for Sun Devils 2.0 as they get a free hit. Rishi, the batter on strike. He'll look to maximize on the opportunity. Well, he gives himself the charge and ends up yorking himself. Only could have drilled it to the short cover fielder all along the carpet. Single coming off the free hit. Excellently ball by Sanket. This time he goes short down the leg. White ball signal by the umpire. Sanket looking wayward in his final over. So far, he's balled well. Slow through the air. Ashish giving the charge to the bowler. Bowler saw him coming, dragged his length back. So it will only be a single in the sweeper cover region. 200 is up. 201 for 6 in 18.3 for Sun Devils 2.0. Landmark achieved. Well, batter moving towards off stump and getting under the line of the ball and hitting it over the head of fine leg for a boundary. This is great improvisation from Rishi, getting under the line of ball, inside the line of ball, and lifting it over fine leg. Sanket bowling slow through the air. It's very difficult for him, for the batter to hit him down the ground. Batter opts the other option and hits him behind. Well, that ball spins sharply, beats the batter and the wicket keeper too. Buys, that will be 4 buys. Vishnu behind the stumps could have done better. That ball spinned in sharply for the off spinner, beating the batter Rishi first, then the wicketkeeper Vishnu. All in all, it's 4 runs for Sun Devils. This is a good over for the batting team. Too well. In fact, 13 runs already of the over. Last ball of the over. Once again, Rishi getting under the line of ball and playing it fine for a boundary in the fine leg. This is improvisation of the highest order. 17 coming off the 19th over by Sanket. Sun Devils 2.0 after 19 overs are 213 for 6. Hariharan to ball the final over. 2 overs 22 for none for Hariharan so far. Starts off with a pace on delivery that's been cut away beautifully by Sunil Yadav. He'll get a boundary at the very first ball he faces. No better way to get yourself off the mark, says Sunil. That was short and wide and cut away beautifully in between short third and point. New batter Sunil Yadav, 142 matches for him, 2,707 runs at the average of 23.34. Strike rate 101.01 for Sunil Yadav. Cut away! Very close to the point, and it's been raised away for a boundary. Back to back boundaries to start off the 20th over. Well, that was very close to the point fielder who had to get low towards his right, but doesn't get low in time, and it's a boundary for Sunil Yadav and Sun Devils. Sun Devils right back on the track in last 2 overs, 221 on the board. Another short pitch delivery outside of stump, cut away, direct hit there, but they have to settle in for a single. Well, that's a wayward throw from the fine leg fielder who was backing up. Rishi on that occasion has given up on the second run. Sunil Yadav was keen to get back on strike. Good throw, and it would have been curtains for Rishi, but that's a very bad throw. Goes over the head of the bowler. Couple of runs for Sunil. Driven on the up towards the left of extra cover and beats sweeper cover towards his right, and it's a boundary for Sunil. Third one for him in the 4 deliveries that he faced. Raised away to 14 of just 4. 227 for 7 Sun Devils while batting first. Slow one, wrapped on the pads, plumb in front, no hesitation. Even in Sunil's mind, he straight away started off walking slowly, but that finger went up by the match official. Eighth one down for Sun Devils 2.0 in the 20th over. Next batter in at number 10 is Azim, Muhammad Azim 07. 11 matches for him, 47 runs, averaging 9.40, strike rate 117.50 for Azim 07. He's in at Number 10 will play the final ball of the innings. Hariharan, 2.5 overs, 36 for 1. Will ball the last. Hariharan to Azim. That was an inside edge onto the pads, and both the batters are through for a single. So 228 is what Sun Devils managed while batting first after winning the toss. 229 will be the target set for Phantom Troops when they come out to chase. We'll be right back after a very short break. Chase coming your way. by Vishnu, and it's a boundary. It's raining boundaries here at one champion cricket ground as Phantom Troops are chasing a massive target of 229. They are 34 for the loss of none in just 1.5 overs. On assault is on. Sunil Yadav, he's been taken to the cleaners in the very first over he bowls. Concedes 21 in just 5 deliveries. He goes full on the pads. Vishnu just nudging it on the offside and through for a single. What a good over this has been for Phantom Troops. 22 runs coming off that. In fact, there's a delivery remaining. 23 runs coming off that over by Sunil Yadav. After 2 over, Phantom Troops are 36 for the loss of none. What a start this has been. Change in the bowling attack. Samboy now introduced into the attack. What a start this has been. Especially Viraj getting 29 of just, in fact, getting 26 of just 9 deliveries. He's hit the ball all all sides of the park. He's very aggressive, very dangerous batter for Phantom Troops. That's in the air for a brief time, but goes straight to the gully fielder who collects it on a bounce. It's a single which gets Viraj back on strike. Samboy starts off with a good length. He goes full on the pads for Viraj, who just nudges it on the leg side for a single. This is good from Samboy, not allowing Viraj to get underneath the ball. Balls it right in the block hole. 2 runs coming off first 2 deliveries. Clipped away, but straight to the fine leg fielder. 3 singles coming off 3 deliveries. This has been quite over so far from Samboy. What a start this has been to Phantom Troops. They are chasing 229 and they are 39 for the loss of none in just 2.3 overs. Slow one there. Viraj goes straight, but there's a protection there in the deep. So it will only be a single. This is excellent from Samboy. He's mixing up his pace and lengths, keeping the batter guessing what's coming next. 40 is up in no time for Phantom Troops. Required run rate just over 10. This time driven on the up all along the carpet, right in between. Good job there by mid-off fielder. 5 singles in a row coming in this over so far. 41 for 1. This good comeback by Sam Boy. He's kept things tight. He's kept the baller batters quiet in this over. Last ball of the over. Will he get out of the over? It's a slow one. Viraj hits it long way. The ball deposited in the one champion ground 2. What a six that was. That was a slow one from Samboy. It sat up in the pitch and Viraj goes straight as an arrow. That was a 90-meter hit from Viraj. He's a very strong lad. Packs a punch. He's off here at one champion ground one. Phantom Troops off to a flyer. 47 for none in just 3 overs. Another change in the bowling attack. Rishi now introduced. Right arm medium pacer Rishi. 70 matches for him. 16 wickets. Economy 6.74. Best figures of 3 for 9. Will be bowling over the wicket. Rishi for the righty. Vishnu. Rishi starts off with a short ball on the pads, clipped away with a very soft hand by Vishnu and hands over the strike back to dangerous Viraj, who's got 34 of just 12 deliveries. He's on song. Virat is hitting the ball long way. He's known for hitting the ball long way. Very dangerous batter on the top. That's slightly short and pulled away in the mid wicket. Does it go all the way? Yes, it is. What a six that was. That was not a bad delivery there from Rishi. Slightly short of good length. It was stump to stump, but Viraj just rocks back and hits it in the mid wicket for a six. Just clears the rope on that location. Viraj in the form of his life. 14 of 40 of just 13 deliveries. Mid wicket and long on are the two fielders. Doesn't matter. This time he hits it way back in the mid wicket. Rishi continuing to bowl a hard length and he's been penalized by Viraj, who rocks back and this time nails one out of the park. Six is up for Phantom Troops in just 3.3. Viraj Express has taken off here at one champion ground one. 46 of just 14 deliveries. He's got the bowlers under tremendous pressure. Strike rate 238 for Viraj. 5 sixes and 3 boundaries already for him. This time punches one off the back foot. Chance of a run out. Vishnu was backing up. Two sent back by Viraj. Viraj wants the strike rightfully. He's the man. He needs to strike. He needs to have a strike. He's the one can take the maximum. Will make the maximum use of the power play. Viraj. Short ball. Viraj on the cut gets beaten. That ball climbed up beautifully. Viraj was on the cut. No one there behind point. All the fielders on the offside are inside the circle, so any bat on that, it would have carried for a boundary. In fact, would have gone for a six if Viraj middles it. Good little comeback from Rishi. Once again, shot. Yes, Viraj connects and hits it a six in the sweeper cover region. Viraj Express clearly taken off. 50 in a flash for Viraj. What a start this has been. No better way to start off while chasing 229. Clearly 66. Clearly Sun Devils 2.0 bowlers are clueless to the on assault from Viraj. 52 of 17. What a knock this has been. Previous Delhi was shot, banged halfway. He stands tall. Play well in front of point for a six. He stamped his authority on the bowling unit. Change in the bowling attack. Kritin now introduced with his left arm orthodox spin. Starts off with a wide down the leg. That was full on the pads and given. Vishnu there playing down the wrong line and he's been just LBW plumb in front. He's been pinned in front by Nitin. Nitin into the attack, straight away response with a wicket. First one down for Phantom Troops. After flurry of runs, there's finally a wicket in the fifth over. Nitin strikes 67 for 1 in 4.1. New batter in is Pramod in at number 3 for Phantom Troops. 177 matches for Pramod, 2489 runs, averaging 22.83, strike rate 100.48 for Pramod. Coming to the career stats of Kritin, the bowler, he is a left arm orthodox bowler. 254 matches for him, 167 wickets, economy 5.32, best figures of 5 for 13 for Kritin. Straight away gets a wicket at the very first ball he bowls. Pramod now in, will face Kritin. It's a similar kind of delivery, but result differs. Pramod just works it away on the onside. Fielder there inside the circle in mid on, but it's a single, quick one there. Viraj up against Nitin. Viraj is in the mood. That's a down the leg delivery. Wicketkeeper misses. That ball carries all the way for a boundary. White plus 4, 5 extras for Phantom Troops. That will help the cause. 73 for 1. Troops in 4.2 overs. Viraj Express clearly taken off here at one champion ground. Will he be able to bat a long period of time as they are chasing a massive target? Viraj goes straight. That's in the air. Fielder coming underneath and he takes it. Nitin gets the big fish. Viraj departs immediately after getting a 50. Once again looking for the big shot. Toe ends it. And mid on fielder backpedaling takes it. Second one bites the dust. Dangerous Viraj departs after scoring 52. Phantom Troops 2 down inside the power play. Sam Boy there in the mid on region takes a good catch, backpedaling 73 for 2 Phantom Troops in 4.5 overs. Next batter in for Phantom Troops is Anurag in at number 4. He's a right hand bat, Anurag. That was a good first up, Nitin. That ball going straight with the arm. Anurag looking for the quick single, denied by the non-striker Pramod. It's a dot ball. 196 matches for Anurag, 2,526 runs, averaging just under 20. Strike rate 104 for Anurag. Once again, defense on the front foot and looks for a quick single, but once again gets sent back by Pramod. Pramod not interested whatsoever in the quick single. 73 for 2. Viraj now back in the sheds. That was full. This is much convincing shot. Driven on the up in the mid of region for a single. 8 runs coming off that over. And a wicket, big wicket of Viraj. 74 for 2 Phantom Troops in the 5 overs. Samboy back into the attack. Starts off with a length delivery. Driven straight by Anurag all along the carpet. Good fielding there inside the circle. In long on. In fact, in mid off region. So it will only be a single. That was a full delivery. Met full face of the bat of Pramod and it's a boundary. Much needed one. That was in the arc for the right hander who drives it straight as an arrow. That was stuck firmly. No chance for mid off fielder. Whereas long on fielder tried but his effort goes in vain. Score moves to 79. Pramod moves to 5 of 2 deliveries. Long mid on. That straight back. That hit straight back. But the fielder was now set straight to cut that sort of shots. And he does. It's only a single. As I was saying, mid off fielder set very straight to cut a straight boundary. That's a length delivery on the pads. Anurag happy to defend it. It's a dot ball. Score moves to 80 for the loss of 2 in 5.4. Last two deliveries remaining in the power play. Phantom Troops off to a flyer on the back of Viraj. Another slow one and beautifully lifted over extra cover by Anurag. That's a first boundary for him. That was a slow one from Samboy, but it was too full. Ends up bowling in the arc for the righty, who just lifts it over the infield and will collect 4. 10 already of the over. A delivery to be bowled in this over by Samboy. 10 coming so far. This is much better from Samboy. Bowling it on a length in line of stumps. 10 coming off the 6th over by Samboy. Phantom Troops are 84 for the loss of 2 wickets. Power play done and dusted. Kritin to continue with his left arm spin. 1 over 8 for 1 for Kritin. Starts off with a good ball, targeting the stump. Promo just defending it off the front foot, straight back to the bowler. It's a dot ball to start off. This is very good from Kritin. He's kept the bowlers in check. This time Pramod just cuts it off the back foot in the gully region for a single. Both the batters need to continue their aggressive batting if they need to chase out this massive target of 229. They need multiple batters to fire. Phantom Troops. Viraj has given them a start. Pramod and Anurag needs to continue on the start that they have got. 3 singles coming off the 4 deliveries. They are looking to play out against Kritin. He's bowled well, 1.4 overs, 11 runs and 2 wickets for him. Kritin sends both the openers back. Kritin on the pads, clipped away in the mid-wicket region for a single. First getting rid of Vishnu, then gets the big fish, Viraj. Kritin in his very first over. Last ball. That was poor from Kritin and that's been swept fine by Pramod and he'll collect 4. 8 runs coming off that over. 92 for 2 after 7 overs. Phantom Troops. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Now Rishabh with his off spin has given a go by the captain. In fact, he's a leg break bowler, right arm leg break bowler. Rishabh, 215 matches for him, 294 wickets for Rishabh. Economy excellent under 5, 4.65. Best figures of 5 for 18. He's a genuine wicket taker. Rishabh starts off with a floater that's spinned away after pitching and that's been given out, caught behind. What a catch that was by Syed Abubakar behind the stumps. That ball turned sharply and took an outside edge on the way through the wicketkeeper. No hesitation whatsoever in the match official's mind. Batter looked mighty disappointed with his effort. He could have played that delivery on the front foot, goes on the back foot and pays the penalty. Third one down now for Phantom Troop. In the eighth over, Rishabh into the attack, straight away strikes. New batter in a Sharath is a left hand bat in at number 5. Rishabh now coming around the wicket for the lefty. That ball turned sharply after pitching. Sharath on the cut gets beaten. 58 matches for Sharath. 1323 runs, averaging just under 30. Strike rate very healthy, 131.25 for Sharath. Rishabh turning that ball sharply, getting that ball to turn in for the lefty. He's landing the ball at the right areas. Rishabh full on the pads. Batter just driving it on the up, looking for the single. Sent back by the non-striker Pramod. Pramod not at all interested in quick singles. He's not quickest. That is the reason why he doesn't look for quick singles. This time, cut away of the back foot away from the point fielder, and Pramod had enough time to cross over for a single. Field changes for the righty. In fact, Rishabh coming over the wicket. What an over this has been so far. Considered only single and picked one wicket. Pramod cuts it off the back foot in the gully region and collects one, 2 runs and a wicket coming off the eighth over by Rishabh. Phantom Troops 94 for 3. Sunil Yadav was taken off the attack after that expensive first over. Now he's given a second go after the departure of Viraj. 1 overs 23 for none for Sunil Yadav. Will look to improve his stats. Starts off with a dot one. He's fired that in. Pramod just defending off the front foot. Straight back to the bowler. Similar kind of delivery and Pramod defending off the front foot. That's a good length delivery from Vinay. This time on the pads, batter looking to sweep that one, but he was late onto the shot. That ball raced away in the fine leg region very quickly. Leg byes for signal by the match official. That ball was quick from Sunil Yadav, fired in on the pads, clipped the pad and moves in the vacant fine leg region for a boundary. 98 is up for Phantom Troops in 8.3. Another quick delivery. Pramod looking for the big shot. Gets an inside edge. Ball moving in the square leg region. It's only a single. Well, that was quick. Attacking the stumps. Sharad just punches it off the back foot. Straight to the short cover fielder. It's a dot ball. So far, 5 runs coming off this over. Last ball of the over. It was full, fired in by Sunil Yadav. Batters are looking for the second run. They will complete the second run with ease. Good running between the wickets. 7 runs coming off the ninth over by Sunil Yadav. 101 for the loss of 3 Phantom Troops. Rishabh to continue. 1 over 2 for 1 for Rishabh in his first. Back with the second over. Starts off with a beauty. Pramod looking for the biggie, gets an outside edge, and ball goes to a boundary fence in the third man region. Moral victory for the bowler, but Pramod will fetch a boundary. This is a very cruel format of game. Very cruel, that too on the bowlers. He got an outside edge, but still that ball going for the boundary. Now they have a slip. Fine leg is now put in the slips for Rishabh. Pramod off the back foot, just running the ball in the point region for a single. Immediately after getting a boundary, Pramod rotates strike. This is what good batters do. Pramod needs to bat on throughout and score well for his team. If they need to get anywhere near to the target, that ball turned sharply for Rishabh, coming in with the spin for Sharad, the lefty. At the moment, finding it difficult to get it away. Excellent figures for Rishabh. 1.3 overs, 7 for 1. This time, cut away off the back foot in the sweeper cover region for a single, which brings right-hander Pramod back on strike. This will be the second last ball of the over. 9.4 overs, 107 for 3. Pramod moving towards his off stump, trying to get inside the line of the ball. That was very full from Rishabh. He just sweeps it in the square leg region for a single. His intention was to play finer and get a boundary, but Rishabh is smart enough. This time punched off the back foot. Ball goes in the square leg region. It will only be a single. 8 runs coming off the 10th over by Rishabh. 109 for 3 Phantom Troops while chasing 230. We are halfway through the chase. As we have completed 10 overs, there will be a change in ends. Players will have drinks. We'll be right back after a very short break. After 11 overs, Phantom Troops 115 for the loss of 3. Rishabh to continue with his leg break. 2 overs 10 for 1 for Rishabh. He's got a slip in. Pramod getting to the leg side of the ball and Rishabh just getting that outside edge. Once again, the ball goes in the third man area after picking an outside edge. It's a 4. Slip was there, but still it's through. Fielder there in the slip should have been moving quickly towards his right. That would have been catch, but he doesn't. He was late to react. That's a boundary. That was absolute peach from Rishabh. After that delivery, he follows the good delivery with a very bad one. It was a complete drag down, halfway down. Pramod looking to pull in the end, stops as that ball is away from his reach. It was a dot ball. Flighted one this time. Pramod will be taken in the slip quadrant. Excellent catch there by the slip fielder while moving towards his right. It was high. Slip fielder is a tall one and he takes it. Pramod looked good for his 25. Now slowly making his way out to the sheds. Fifth one down for Troops at the very wrong time. Kirtan there in the slip quadrant who makes no mistake and was ready for that sort of sharp catch. Takes a beauty to send back. Pramod. Next man in is the captain of Phantom Troops, Sanket. 233 matches for Sanket, 2,351 runs, averaging 15.67, strike rate 108.44 for Sanket. He's in at number 6. He's in at number 6 after the departure of Pramod. Rishabh strikes for the second time in the match, gets rid of a very good batter Pramod, caught at slip by Kirtan. Another good delivery. Will they go for the quick single? Yes, they does. Sanket plays it off the back foot with a very soft hands and through for a single, and that will get him off the mark. Now lefty Sharath back on strike. Rishabh will go around the wicket for the lefty. That was short, pulled away. Protection there in the deep, in mid wicket region. So it will only be a single. Giving the single to a lefty and getting the right-hander batter back on strike. Rishabh, he feels he's got a good chance of getting a right-hander out. That was an absolute beauty. Pitched outside leg and kissed the bails on the way to the slip quadrant. Sanket cleaned up by Rishabh. That was a dream delivery for every leg spinner. Pitching outside leg and hitting the top of off. Fifth one bites the dust. Sanket only manages to get one. Half of the team now back in sheds for Phantom Troops. 122 on the board. New batter in is Chaitanya Krishna. In at number 7, 131 matches for Chaitanya, 1358 runs, averaging just under 13, strike rate of 107.61 for Chaitanya. Straight away gets off the mark, knocks the ball down the ground for a single and will retain the strike. 123 for 5 after 13 overs. Phantom Troops. Sunil Yadav to bowl out. 3 overs 32 for none. That's cut away. That went very quickly to the point fielder who was diving towards his right. That would have been another excellent catch for Kirtan if he would have pulled it off. But that one goes down. Chaitanya gets a lifeline. Lefty Sharath back on strike. 11 of 14 for him. That's in the air. Fine leg fielder settling underneath and he takes it. That was a low full toss from Sunil Yadav and he gets a wicket. Rishabh, the man there, back paddling in the fine leg region, takes an easy catch. Sixth one down now for Troops for just 124 on the board. New batter in is Fanindra Ravi Teja in at number 8 for Phantom Troops. 90 matches for Ravi Teja, 1047 runs, averaging over 17, strike rate 86 for Fanindra Ravi Teja in at number 8. Will face Sunil Yadav who picks first wicket of the match for him. 3.2 overs, 33 for 1 for Sunil Yadav. Was hit for 3 sixes in the very first over he bowled by Viraj. This is good comeback spell from Sunil Yadav. Drifts one down the leg. It's been signaled as wide. Good bit of glove work there by the wicket keeper. Sayyed takes the bails off in a flash. Sayyed Abubakar with the gloves on punched away but straight to the extra cover fielder. It's a dot ball. 125 for 6. Phantom Troops. Quicker one from Sunil Yadav. Punched off the back foot in the sweeper cover region for a single. Score moves to 126 for 6. That was a floater there from Sunil Yadav but gone down the leg, so it's been signaled as wide. Stumping opportunity there, but it was too full. Abubakar fails to collect the ball, stops it with his bats. It's a wide. Quicker one. Chaitanya looking for the big shot, gets completely beaten. It's a dot ball. Excellent last 5 overs for the bowling team. They have put brakes on the scoring rate at the same time. picked 3 wickets. Shot in the surface. That should have been a dot one. Sunil Yadav in his follow through misfields one, but it will still be a good over. 5 runs and a wicket coming off that. 128 for 6 Phantom Troops after 14 overs. Rishabh to bowl out. 3 overs, 18 for 3 for Rishabh. You cannot ask good, any better figures for a left leg spinner. 3 overs, 18 for 3. Wide of slips. Will that be cut off? Yes, it does. By short third, who does well. Chaitanya looking for the big shot. Gets a very thick outside edge. That ball was wide of the slip fielder. Good work there inside the circle in the third man region. It's only a single. Ravi Tejana on strike. Punched off the back foot straight to the short cover. It's a dot ball. 129 for 6 after 13.2 Phantom Troops. Well, this time that ball came in. That was a wrong one there from Rishabh. Ravi Teja had no clue. Somehow manages to keep it out. This is excellent from Rishabh. He's got the variations. Stock delivery is his leg spin that turns away for the righty. Cut away of the back foot. Good fielding there in the point region. Both the batters threw for a quick single. Better throw from the fielder would have been a close shout. Nonetheless, it's an easy single for the batting team. Score moves to 130. Well, Rishabh trying to play the scoop shot, misses the ball altogether. So does the wicketkeeper, who was completely blinded by the batter. That's gone for 4. Much needed one for Phantom Troops. Score moves to 134. Last ball of the Rishabh spell. It's in the air. Just evades the fielder inside the circle in cover region. That was aerial from Chaitanya. Single to close out the over. 7 runs coming off it. 135 for 6 after 15 overs. In fact, after 14 overs, Troops. Kritin now back into the attack. 2 overs, 16 for 2 for Kritin. He's the bowler who struck first for the bowling team. Chaitanya looking to go downtown, gets an inside edge, ball racing away in the fine leg. Yes, it will beat the fielder who gives it a chase, but in the end, it was too much for him. Ball goes fast and touches the boundary skirtings. It's a boundary for Chaitanya, streaky, but he'll take it. Chaitanya was making room for himself, trying to launch, gets an inside edge. In the air, will it be taken? No, it isn't. That carried all the way to the long off fielder that was stuck hard on the back foot by Chaitanya. That was a low catch. That ball was curving away from the fielder, but it could have been taken. Nonetheless, it's a single shot pulled away all along the carpet by Ravi Teja in the long on region for a single. Score moves to 141. That's a quicker one into the surface by Kritin. Batter hitting it straight down the ground in the long off region for a single. Four and three singles of this over so far. This is much better. Flighted one. Chance of a run out. Wicket keeper throws the ball at the non-striker end. But good bit of leg work there by both the batters and completes the run in the end. 9 runs coming off the over. In fact, 8 runs so far. That's a flighted delivery. Chaitanya looking for the big one, missing the ball all through. That ball was inches away from the leg stump. Chaitanya survives. 8 runs coming off that over. After 15, Troops 143 for 6. Introduction in the bowling attack. Vikas now with his right arm off break. 106 matches for Vikas Rathore. 26 wicket, economy 6.21. Best figures of 3 4 for Vikas. He's a more than handy bowler. Well. Vikas balls very slow through the air on that occasion. Chaitanya looking to scoop that ball. Pace was not there. He misses the ball. So does the wicket keeper Abu Bakar behind the timber. By signal by the umpire. Single coming off that ball. Once again played down the ground all along the carpet for a single. Slow through the air. Chaitanya getting to the pitch of the ball. Drives it towards the right of short covers and beats the long off towards his left. And it's a boundary. Much needed one for Phantom Troops. 150 is up in 15.4. 150 for 6 for Phantom Troops. That's a good one from Vikas. Slow through the air. Getting the extra bounce off the surface. Syed looking to stump but missing the timber. It's a dot ball. Last ball of the over. It's a flighted delivery. Hit hard on the up. Straight to the long off fielder on a bounce. It's a single to close out the over. 8 runs coming off the 16th over by Vikas Rathore. 151 for 6 Phantom Troops. Kritin to bowl out, straight away strikes at the very first ball he bowls, and Chaitanya looking for the big shot, plays down the wrong line, and you miss, I hit, says Kritin, gets the third one for the day. Seventh one down now for Troops, 151 for 7 after 16.1. New batter in is Hariharan in at number 9 and straight away Kritin going through his defense and hitting the off stump. That was a full delivery that should have been played forward. Hariharan goes on the back foot and gets cleaned up. Eighth one down now for Troops. 151 for 8. New batter in is Chetan in at number 10. Plays with a very straight bat. Straight back to the bowler. It's a dot ball. 143 matches for Chetan. 552 runs. Averaging over 10. Strike rate just over 80. Cuts one straight to the back foot point. It's a dot ball. Well, that was a good one from Kirtan that almost gone through the defense of the batter who was playing casually off the back foot. Gets an inside edge. Ball moves into the fine leg region. It's a single. Chetan playing very casually, not getting moving his front foot. That was on the pads, clipped away in the square leg region. They'll look for two. In the end, both the batters completes the second run with ease. That's the end of the 17th over by Kritin. Three and couple of wickets coming off that over after 17. 154 for 8 Phantom Troops. Vikas Rathod to continue starts off with a dot ball. That was quick into the surface, punched off the back foot by Chetan in the long off region for a single. Chaitanya, in fact, Ravi Teja hits it hard, but straight to the short cover. It's a dot ball. Single coming off the first half of the over. 155 for 8. Phantom Troops. It was full, just inside the wide line on the offside. It's a dot one. Only a single coming off 4 deliveries so far in this over. That's bread and butter for the bowler Vikas Rathore, who collects a catch in his follow through that was hit straight back to the bowler, who hasn't have to move an inch. Another one goes down. Ravi Teja, the last man to be dismissed, cotton ball by Vikas Rathore. Phantom Troops 155 for 9 in 17.5. Last batter in is Onkar. He's in at number 11 for Phantom Troops. He's a left-hand bat. Onkar, 233 matches for Onkar, 573 runs, averaging over 7. Strike rate touch over 70 for Onkar. He's more than handy batter. Low down the order. Vikas balls a good one. Beats Onkar on the cover drive. Single and a wicket coming off that over. An excellent one from Vikas after 18. Phantom Troops 155 for 9. Muhammad Azim 07 now back into the attack. He was taken off the attack after that expensive first over. He concedes 13 in his first. He was taken off the attack. Now gets to ball his second over. He'll be bowling the 19th of the innings. Will be bowling at Chetan. Starts off with a full delivery on the stumps. Hit on the up straight in the long on region for a single, which gets the left-hander Onkar on strike. Azim staying over the wicket for the lefty as well. Change of field for the lefty bat. Extra man deep on the leg side for the left-hander Onkar. Onkar hits it in the air, looking to drive, but that ball was never there to be driven away. It was in the air for a brief time, but doesn't carry to the point fielder who was right at the edge. It will only be a single for Onkar. He gets off the mark. 157 for 9 for Phantom Troops. 72 needed of 10. Chaitanya hits it in the mid wicket region looking for the big shot but doesn't get the ideal connection. So it will only be a single. Ball moves all along the carpet. 3 runs coming off 3 deliveries so far in this over. Score moves to 158. That was full in the arc for lefty who drives it on the up. They will be looking for the second one. Yes, they will complete the second run with ease. It's good running. by both the batters. Onkar called for the second one. As soon as he drived the ball, gets couple of run with ease. Score moves to 160 for the loss of 9. That's a slow one. That's in the air. Will not carry to the third man. Onkar looking for the big shot. Slices one in the air for a very long time. Short third fielder not interested to charge in and go for the catch. Collects the ball on couple of bounces, stays back. It's a single. Six coming off the five deliveries so far in this over. Last ball of the over. Muhammad Azim 07 to Chetan. Phantom Troops 161 for 9 while chasing 229. That's a good looking shot in the cover region. Will that go all the way? Yes, it does. That was a low full toss. Attempted Yorker gone wrong. But Chetan drives it beautifully all along the carpet in the cover region for a 4. A good over for the batting team, but not enough. 10 runs coming off the 19th over by Muhammad Azim 07. Troops 165 for the loss of 9 after 19. Vikas Rathod to continue will bowl the final over of the match. Will be bowling at Onkar. It's a flighted one and Onkar looking to drive it on the up, looking to go over extra cover, but straight away holds out to the extra cover fielder. It's all over. Kid to there inside the circle takes an easy catch. 10th one goes down. Onkar departs. Phantom Troops got bundled out for 165 inside the 20 overs. 19.1 overs is what Sun Devils 2.0 takes to wind up Phantom Troops. Match summary: Sun Devils 2.0 winning the toss, opting to bat first, posting a total of 228 for the loss of 8 wickets. In reply, Phantom Troops get bundled out for just 165 in 19.1 overs. As a result, congratulations to Sun Devils 2.0 for winning this match by a handsome margin of 63 runs. Player of the match will be none other than Rishabh for his excellent 61 with the bat and follows up with the 3 wicket. That's it from this match. We'll be back with the third match of the day. It's me Ali Hashmi signing off.